Hello, I'm Sophia, and I'm here with Sarah.
Hello.
And today we're talking about twin flame connections and the responsibility that comes with them. We hear so much about the amazing, intense, mind-blowing, never felt like this before, profound connection people feel they have with their twin flame. They chalk this connection up to divine intervention, that they've met a twin flame, believe this is something they're not in control of, and some have been so spooked by it they begin to question their own sanity. Whatever the reason or the cause, these connections do exist, and although we have not created them, we can't claim we have no responsibility in how we deal with them, nor how we handle them. These twin flame connections, when they present themselves, can be welcome or unwelcome, depending on who they are and the place they are presently in their life. So many people want to know why they have this connection to someone. What does it mean? And what is the point of all of this? What people really need to do, though, is open their eyes to their individual responsibility regarding this spiritual connection and what power they have concerning it, and of course, what power they don't have concerning it.
Exactly. For instance, if you're going to say that your connection is based on spirituality or is soul related, then you must acknowledge that it came from a higher power, correct? Then, shouldn't this connection be dealt with from a spiritual level as opposed to ego or anything else considered non-spiritual? And aren't the problems that come with these connections not from a place of spirituality? I mean, if you have a connection to someone who, for instance, is not ready to treat the connection between the two of you with the respect that it deserves, that's on them. Their karma and their lessons are directly related to their behavior and how they treat the connection between the two of you. But what about you? If you don't trust the connection created by the universe to influence you as opposed to being influenced by the bad behavior of the person you're connected to, how could you possibly expect things to work out well? If the two of you have been gifted by the universe with this connection, how can you use it as an excuse to mistreat someone else? How can you allow them to mistreat you? This is not what the universe had in mind, nor was it predetermined either of you would disrespect yourselves and your partner or the connection. That is where you both had the free will to choose what you would do with this gift you have been given.
Yeah, so let's use a more simple explanation. If you were given the gift of a washing machine, you're supposed to use it to wash clothes, right? Not dry clothes, clean the floors, or listen to music. The gift has a purpose. And if you use it for any other purpose, you will fail and your gift will only disappoint you. It's not the fault of the giver or the gift itself, but the fact that you used it for the wrong purpose. It works the same way when the divine power or the universe brings a divine connection into your life. The universe connected you to someone in an effort for you and your twin flame to rise above and go beyond superficiality, not be dragged down to lower vibrational levels. So when you're connected to someone, you can't use that connection to behave in ways that don't honor the connection, or use the connection to control or manipulate your partner. If the person you feel this strong connection to will not even acknowledge the connection you share, it's not your job to try to force them. The universe does not need you to act on its behalf. It can take care of that by itself. And what you may not be aware of is that this person you have the connection with may have already acknowledged the connection, but are just not acknowledging it to you, or in a positive way.
That happens a lot.
It happens a lot. But you know what? That's between them and the universe. And how you react and behave can either help or hurt the universe's efforts. And trust me, you don't want to get in their way. Let them do their job. They don't really need your help. And when you help them, you just screw things up anyway. So stop. Just stop. Always remember, do not chase a runner.
No kidding. If you believe you are twin flames, why would you take the matter into your own hands anyway? I mean, sure, to a certain degree, you need to do your part, But above and beyond your part? Not in most cases. To do things or say things that are beneath you or to your own detriment, if you do that, you are dishonoring yourself and the connection. Why would a twin flame want you to behave in a non-spiritual way? They wouldn't. And if you believe that that your connection was created by a higher power, then how can you doubt it? You either have faith in it or you don't. You can't sit on the fence. If you believe it, then prove it. Have faith in it. Don't overanalyze it. If you believe this person came into your life for a reason, then use that same faith to believe the universe will assist you in the right way. Don't look to the person you're connected to necessarily for help, especially if they're not being helpful. Ask the universe for help. Then give the power back to them. The connection was made by them, not you. Accept that part. What is up to you and the person you're connected to is what you do with the connection. And that's where responsibility kicks in.
So, what exactly is your responsibility? Well, to behave in a loving spiritual way to your twin flame and to yourself.
Bing, 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 bing.
If they're not responding in kind, then don't deal with them until they can. It really is that simple. If you feel you've neglected your own needs, your self-esteem and dignity to keep the relationship going, you're enabling their bad behavior. And both of you are turning your backs on the universe and deviating off your spiritual path. You aren't fooling the universe, not at all, just yourself. And what you're showing the universe is that neither you or your twin flame are ready to embrace the gift of the connection given to you. The universe isn't going to be glad or reward you or your partner when either of you act out, refuse to change and grow, and treat one another disrespectfully. That was never and could never be the intention of the connection. How could it be? What spiritual force would want that for you? None. We are given all kinds of opportunities in life, and some we take and run with, and we reap the rewards. Yet with others, we drop the ball. What we do with these opportunities is up to us, not the universe. They just sit back and watch. They may try to help, but if you aren't using the gift the way it was intended, then the universe may give up for a while. Since you or your twin flame decided to take control and take it down the wrong path, don't leave the universe out. Bring it back in and allow them to help. All of this really comes down to a question of faith. Your faith in power is greater than your own.
How can you expect other people to believe in your connection, including your twin flame, if you don't? Sure, you can claim this connection exists and it's from the universe or a higher power, yet by the same token, you're showing that you don't believe it. What kind of crazy juxtaposition is this? For example, if you believe your connection to this person really exists on a spiritual level, why are you so afraid it's just going to disappear so quickly or easily? Why, when you have felt the presence of this connection and can see that it exists in, your partner as well, do you doubt its existence just because the person you love or they do something stupid or they say something stupid or something minor? Why do you give into fear and react in ways that clearly show you don't trust in the connection you claim to have? Is the universe supposed to support your lack of faith? Isn't that lack of faith the start of the first step of getting your connection on the wrong path? Because if you did have faith in the connection, you would use the strength of the connection and the universe's strength as well, and not act out of fear. If you trust this connection and the higher power that created it, then you won't let your ego or your insecurities or any of that nonsense creep in and take over. And this is your responsibility.
Absolutely. And let's face it, when insecurities and ego come into play, we rarely make good choices or decisions, right?
Exactly.
Emotional thinking is not our friend.
Never.
Since twin flame connections come with such intense emotions that often cloud our judgment. When acting from ego and or insecurities, We usually end up assisting or enabling our partner in disrespecting the gift of this twin flame connection or treating it in a detrimental way. We also keep them from learning the lessons they're supposed to.
No kidding.
Only when those lessons have been learned can we reap the reward of the connection itself. So, why are you helping your twin flame avoid their lessons and expect the reward? It doesn't work that way. The longer they avoid learning, the longer they will take, if ever, for you to enjoy a happy, healthy relationship with them. So why would you do that? Fear? Insecurity? Sounds like it.
Sure ain't faith.
Right. So why aren't you turning inward and learning your own lessons instead of getting involved with the lessons your twin flame needs to learn? Because you don't trust them? Great. So you don't trust your partner or the connection. So how can you think this will help as opposed to being detrimental in the long run? Stop complaining and worrying that your twin flame is going to ruin your connection. Get your act together. Focus on yourself. Learn the lessons that keep revealing themselves to you and get back on your spiritual path.
Yes, because it's each individual's responsibility, not only to honor and accept the connection they share, but also to learn their lessons and do only what can, help their twin flame, learn their lessons if the situation presents itself. It's not up to you to create the situation. If the universe wants your help, it'll ask for it. Thank you very much. The universe wants this to work out for the both of you. Okay, but it's not there to give you the excuse to bring out the worst in each other. If your twin flame chooses to let the worst of themselves out, it does not give you the right to follow suit. This doesn't just include like fighting, screaming, or name calling. It also means allowing yourself to be used, mistreated, taken for granted, put on hold, cheated on, whatever, the whole 9 yards. The universe wants you both to step up to the plate, not sink down into the gutter. They're not going to support that. What they will support is you not allowing yourself to be dragged down and mistreated. So again, don't blame the universe that your situation is getting worse if you're helping to make it get worse, regardless of what your intentions are. A spiritual connection like a twin flame is not an excuse for allowing people to treat you poorly. If you will not put your foot down and refuse to be victimized by them, you're missing your lesson, and so are they, which is the whole purpose of these relationships. The universe did not connect the two of you to learn how to act on lower vibrations. And if that's what the two of you are resorting to, then you're learning all the wrong things. And those are going to be very hard to unlearn and deprogram later down the line. In recent years, people that are enablers and those in destructive relationships have latched on to a twin flame label. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them. They use it as an excuse as to why they can't end a toxic relationship and make it their refusal to heal and make better choices because it's not their responsibility. It's this mystical force's fault. And they act as though they're powerless to put their foot down. And they have no control over what they do or say. Nice try. But twin flames are extremely rare. Yet so many people in dysfunctional, problematic, toxic relationships call themselves twin flames. P.S. They aren't.
Nope. So, you have to take responsibility and also choose a side. Are you going to have faith in the universe and the connection that is bestowed on you? Good. Then when your insecurities pop up, you have no excuse in letting them get the better of you. Draw upon your faith and do what you know is right in your heart, your mind, and your soul. Are you going to side with the universe and let the connection teach you a valuable lesson, allow you to grow, and give you a chance to be rewarded? Or are you going to go against the universe and instead of learning what you need to, will instead learn bad habits and behaviors that will set you on a downward spiral? If you choose the side of the universe, then it's time you take responsibility for acting accordingly. So when you think you should do something isn't the right so when you think you should do something isn't the right thing to do because you may be afraid you're going to lose your twin flame, stop yourself from going down this dark path. When you choose to do something beneath you or allow yourself to be used, degraded, or disrespected, don't blame the universe. They didn't force you to use the connection this way. That was your choice, not theirs. And if you believe in the connection in the first place, why would you even think for 1 second the universe would want you to put up with mistreatment or allow it? They wouldn't. They won't. And neither should you.
So stop once and for all doing things that are beneath you to preserve or help the connection you have. It doesn't work that way. Your bad choices, which are your responsibility, are contributing to the destruction of the relationship. Stop using the connection as a reason why you keep breaking up and getting back together, or why you have so much drama in your relationship. There are plenty of twin flames that have never gone through a separation and don't act out all the time. Yes, they're normal people and they're not perfect, but they don't go completely bananas all the time. Let go of the myth that all twin flame relationships have to be tough. Twin flames can and do have the normal amount of ups and downs like other relationships. Your relationship became what the two of you made it. That was your responsibility. Stop thinking that allowing and enabling bad behaviors will aid you and assist your connection, because they won't. Stop thinking that it's always you that has to do all the work and not your partner, and do all the initiation, and make and accept all the excuses and sacrifices. Stop thinking that time apart will break the connection, if time apart is exactly what you two need. Stop thinking you have to learn your lessons and go through everything together, as you may learn your lessons, or they may, only by being apart. If you believe the connection really exists, then believe in its strength. Don't think you have to accept anything and everything your partner throws at you. Realize that there may be consequences for your choices and that you're responsible for them, and that just because you're connected doesn't mean either of you get off scot-free or karma-free.
Right, so the universe didn't create this twin flame connection so you can both stay stuck in an unhappy situation, right? They brought you together to level up on your spiritual journey and let go of and learn from your past mistakes. If you meet while one of you or both of you are not single, then the connection between you must be acknowledged for the purpose of getting out of your other relationships, not for either one of you to have more than one ongoing relationship. If it's an unhappy career that's keeping you apart or at a distance, then that challenge must be met and dealt with, not be used as an excuse to keep you apart. You were given the connection, and you're also given the responsibility to use it productively to change your life for the better, not to enable you to stay stuck. We often ask for signs to show us how and where we need to change our lives, and quite often our connections to other people are those signs. But it's our responsibility to pay attention.
Yeah, the universe did not connect you so that you can act the fool or be played for a fool. The responsibility with any power is its use for good or bad. The responsibility lies with each of us. You may have a connection to someone, but if they want to use the power of that connection over you to manipulate you, mistreat you, string you along, or anything else detrimental to your happiness, then it may be time for you to deal with the connection in a different way. Focus instead on your connection to the higher power. That connection supersedes all others, and it will help you rise above the challenges and behave in a way that's true to yourself and keep you on your spiritual path. It will give you the strength to see clearly and honestly and righteously what part you've played in all of this, and how to handle it with grace and dignity. Remember, your twin flame connection is not just for the two of you to feel all warm and fluffy. There's a lesson to be learned and a greater good to be achieved for the both of you. And by learning your lessons, if you skip that part, your connection can just become a dysfunctional, oppressive curse, and that's not what it was intended to be.
Absolutely not. So you can find Sarah and myself on twinflameconnection.com, where there's links to all of our social media, including TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also book a private reading with us there, as well as get a link to download our app, which is called Soulmates Twin Flames. We want to thank you guys for listening. And if you are listening to this on YouTube, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Do you have anything else, Sarah?
No. Bye.
Okay, bye, guys.